it can be anything really. Anything can impact mental health. It's, you know, something that is important to you. It might not be important to me, so it might not affect me as much as it affects you. So, but the main things are normally financial worries or relationship worries or stress or work stress. There's a number of things it could be.
Lots of different things, you know. I think, you know, we live in a very pressurised world where, you know, people have very hectic lifestyles, hectic jobs, pressures from work, as well as home lives, you know, relationships, money. It could be anything, absolutely anything, you know, bereavements, the impact of, you know, maybe what somebody else has been through on yourself, and maybe things from past that are maybe, you know, troubling people that they've never dealt with.
There's a lot of things that can impact on someone's mental health. It could be work stress, pressures of work due to deadlines, and could be money problems, relationship problems. You know, I mean, if they're having a relational breakup, if someone has passed away. You know, I mean, all these things can, moving house, all these things can have an effect on people, stressing people out, and obviously have could go deeper into depression and other things. So there's lots of different things that can affect an individual.
What do I think could impact on people's mental health? I think it's different for everybody. Could be their physical well-being, even the physical well-being of others, any illnesses. Could be relationship issues, could be financial issues. All of that is different for everybody.
Hello, I work for a national company. I have a senior role and I've been a mental health and wellbeing champion for the last 5 or 6 years. Just prior to the pandemic, one of my colleagues was not performing. Some of the senior project team had mentioned that he was being difficult, short-tempered and becoming very isolated. I arranged to meet him in a neutral place. His site was about, was a long way away from here, so I met him halfway, where he wouldn't feel perhaps under a bit of pressure. When I first met him, he said to me, can I talk to you before you talk to me? Which was a bit of a shock, and I said, yeah, that's fine, I've come to talk, so carry on. He said he had a lot on his mind. He started to get very upset immediately and said his wife wanted to leave him and was going to take their daughter away with her. He was devastated. He was in a very, very bad place. He, as well as loving his wife, he adores his daughter. She was 4 years old. And he'd been having or contemplating suicide. This came as a complete shock to me. I listened very carefully. I realised that this was out of my depth really, but I signposted him to some agencies and professional bodies that provide support and counselling in these sort of situations. He immediately, after leaving us, he booked a course with a counsellor, which he still attends to this day. The thought, though, of losing his daughter and not seeing her every day when he gets up is the hardest thing he's got to cope with. He's come to terms with the fact that his wife will leave, but coming to terms with not seeing so much of his daughter is breaking his heart. I explained to him that he played an important role in our company, but we would do all we can to support him. I explained also that his work colleagues, he needs to keep his work colleagues informed of not the details, but the fact that he's having issues at home, so that they can be a bit more understanding and perhaps will be a bit more patient with him in times of need. I then spoke to his senior project team on the site and said, can we make some changes to his home work life. He works, the project team were very supportive and helpful, and he now works 2 days a week at home and 3 days on site. The 2 days he's at home, he's helping with his daughter's homeschooling, although she's just gone back now. That has improved his relationship with his wife, because it means she can do some of the things she wants to do as well, whilst he is providing this homeschooling support. As I mentioned earlier, he is having professional help, but I have seen a huge difference in him. His whole demeanour, he seems happy, he's getting on with his colleagues, he's being more open with them. Not in any great detail, but I've said he can't just sort of disappear, he needs to talk to people, explain, and just, I think, meeting people, having a regular meeting with people every week helps him perform better. He's got a better sense of belonging, he feels part of the team now, and the team feel he is part of the team. Whilst I don't think for 1 minute he is out of danger, I still think he's at risk. When his wife does eventually go, that's going to be very challenging for him. He's going to need all the support he can get, and I will gladly provide that, and he will need professional support. The point I want to get across is that if you're in a position where you feel really low, there's always a friend out there. There's someone who can help and support you and guide you to professional help. So please don't be afraid to ask. Before I made this video, I did speak to this person involved and said, would you mind if I shared your experience? And he said, no, he said, I hope you will, because it's helped me. And he said, being open and talking about it has helped him enormously. So if you're in that place, just please think about it. Seek out a friend. If you don't have mental health and well-being champions in your place of work, just talk to a friend, someone who you're close to or someone you can open up to. It always pays to talk, and I would urge you to do so. Help is always available. Please don't suffer.